What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to the gist of it. Now, the first thing you'll notice, different kind of perspective. I'm using my streaming setup. You can check me out at twitch.tv/thesamueladams. We hit Twitch affiliate this week. It's a very cool achievement, and I'm thankful for those that have come out of the stream so far. If you haven't, like I said, twitch.tv/thesamueladams. It's like right here or something. You can check it out right there. With that being said, we'll be talking about Twitch a bit more today, with the focus being on content creators, the streamers themselves, because something happened yesterday that kind of struck me, that kind of scared me, and then there was an explanation, so it ended up being not that big of a deal, even though it appeared to be a big deal. But for those that aren't familiar with Twitch, there is a big streamer on the platform by the name of Lirik. He has been on the platform for many years. He has kind of risen through the ranks, and he is overwhelmingly one of, if not the most popular streamer as a person, as a personality that is simply streaming from a computer. People love the dude, love his content, and he has done incredibly well growing his name on the platform. So yesterday, he said that he was going to be taking some time off from Twitch, and that was an undefined amount of time. It was unclear if he would be back. It was unclear what the overall meaning of this choice that he made would be. And so, of course, needless to say, his fans started freaking out. The ones that were on Reddit were discussing what was going on. There was a lot of controversy of like, why is he quitting? This is such an easy job. Why is he quitting? This isn't stressful at all. I work 10 hours a day on an assembly line. This man just sits at home playing video games. And there was a lot of content and a lot of discussion based off of that sentiment. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about here today. The grind of being on Twitch, the grind of being on YouTube, the grind of creating content online. Before I dig into it, I do want to say that I am not a full-time content creator. YouTube is not my main gig. Twitch is not my main gig, but I spend a lot of time doing stuff on YouTube and Twitch. And so I feel like I have a good bit of perspective of what that grind can be like. Now, do I do streaming for 8 hours a day? No. I do streaming for a maximum of like 4 or 5 maybe, mainly 4 or 3. But I understand what it takes to do a live stream. I understand what it takes to make a YouTube channel, the social networking on the back end of that, the Instagram stuff, the overall networking that you have to do within different kinds of cliques, within different kinds of groups. There's a lot that goes into it, and so I kind of wanted to share my 2 cents on why I think it is a viable job, a viable option for income, and it should be respected as such. Now, one of the main things I want to address here is the statement that YouTube and content creation and Twitch, these are not jobs. People have this perception that a job is something that is physically demanding. Somebody that is lifting steel beams and putting them on a truck. That is a janitor. That is somebody working at a fast food restaurant. That is somebody working a standard kind of office job. These things are considered jobs, and the people that work those jobs see streaming as an escape. They see something, they see some dude playing a game, and they're like, oh man, this dude is living the life. He's sitting at home at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday playing a game. And I understand that perception because I was there at one point. I have been raised in a household that values hard work. Physical labor is considered a true job, if you will, and I get that perspective. I understand that perception. But when it comes down to it, streaming is 100% a job. YouTube creation is 100% a job because you never really truly shut it off. If you're making content on YouTube, you have to record the video, you have to edit the video, you upload the video, you pump it out to social networks, you make sure that you talk it up, you reply to comments, you reply to different kinds of networking opportunities, you reach out to companies reach out to you, you reply to them. There are so many assets of this job that go on throughout the day, and then on top of that, you are expected to reply as instantaneously as possible just because that's how it is. If you get a notification on your phone that says you got a comment, you should reply to that comment as soon as possible in order to maintain that connection with your audience and keep them coming back. Make it feel and make it a connection with those that are supporting you and watching your content, whether it be a positive comment or a negative comment. You've got to reply to that to maintain that connection because every company, every business, every sole proprietor thrives off of the people that watch their stuff. On top of that, with streaming, let's say that you do a live stream for 12 hours. If you're a really hardcore full-time live streamer, you've got to do that social media interaction with your fans. You've got to promote stuff on social media, reach out and network with companies. If you are working with a keyboard company to do some kind of sponsorship thing, if you're working with Razer, getting some free kinds of webcams or mics or things along those lines, working with a new Razer phone, you've got to do these things where you are networking, where you are discussing with companies, where you are reaching out to certain representatives. There are aspects of this job that people don't see. What you see on your screen is some dude playing a game at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, and you automatically think, if I'm at home playing a game at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, I'm having a good time and I am relaxed. That's not necessarily what's going on with your streamer people. On top of that, this is all uncharted water. You know, Twitch especially is a platform that is largely unexplored. We're still kind of in the emerging stages of online content creation. So if you go into some kind of call center job, then that has a manual, that has outlines of how you do your job and you do it effectively. Whenever it comes to creating content online, it's pretty much all free game. You do whatever you can, you do your best, and you learn from your mistakes and you learn from others, and you kind of build yourself up. Everybody is going to have a different path, but ultimately it's up to you to work and find that path. And so that's a lot of stress. That's something that a lot of jobs don't entail. And when you take that into consideration, you have an added level of stress on top of all this work that I described previously. It can be something that is mentally taxing, if not physically taxing. All of these are just a couple of examples of the overall point that I want to make, and that is that whenever you log on to Twitch or YouTube and you're sitting there watching somebody play a game or talk about something like you're watching me do right now, there is so much more going on the back end that you don't realize, that to say that somebody is a streamer or is a YouTuber and doesn't work is just incorrect. It's just wrong. Are there jobs that are more challenging? Absolutely. Are there jobs that require more qualifications? 100%. Are there jobs that are less favorable, that are less fun? 100%. But make no mistake, these are still jobs. That's what it comes down to. That'll wrap it up for the gist of it. Now, I know this is a video that is a far cry from what I tend to normally make, but it's one of those things that I felt compelled to talk about here on the channel, because after Lyric announced that he was taking a step back for a couple of days, the feedback that he got from that, the comments that he got from that, were disgusting to me. They were very disrespectful to me. They were very ignorant to me. And so I wanted to kind of share my opinion, share my perspective of it, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, drop me a like down below. If you happen to be new here, I do upload new stuff throughout the week, so there's always something new right here on the channel when you stop by to watch some videos. And I have been live streaming on twitch.tv/TheSamuelAdams. Got a Twitch affiliate, awesome thing. I think I already said that. I'm super pumped about it. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.